The Taligaon Bachao Abhiyan alleged that the secretary of the Abhiyan, Shanti Almeida, was being targeted and unduly harassed by unruly elements. Speaking at a press conference held yesterday, convener of the Taligaon Bachao Abhiyan, Jason Fernandez, briefed the media about the incident that occurred at Taligaon Gram Sabha held recently.
Shamata Desai, she started screaming and saying, "Who is she? And I will kill her and I will destroy her car, property." The police took time to come, so she gave another call 100. Within that time the police came. Now when this police came, Mrs. Desai was put into a white Maruti by this Mr. Daya Karapurkar and taken away.
Mr. Fernandez elaborated on the sequence of events that led to the filing of a false complaint against Shanti Almeida by Ms. Desai.
Mrs. Almeida went to the police station and filed a complaint with the police in the Panjim police station saying so and so is as what has transpired. Subsequently, the police called Mrs. Desai for questioning. But Mrs. Desai did not appear that day in front of the police for questioning. On the contrary, on the next day, that is the 18th, she files a complaint saying that it is Mrs. Almeida who has threatened her, who snatched her phone, who twisted her fingers and injured her fingers, and thereby put a counter complaint on Mrs. Almeida.
Mr. Fernandez, while explaining the reasons for Ms. Desai's behavior, demanded a proper investigation into the matter.
This Mrs. Desai's ancestors were owners of that property, right? Now Mrs. Shanti Almeida has been pointing out about irregularities in the entire sale of this property to a Mr. Joe Matthias, who intends to put up a mega project development over there. So in this context, she has been saying that this property has been acquired by the government. There have been large portions occupied by the government. How is it that now this has been transferred to a private party, right? So it is in this context that she's been saying this. There has been no claim of denying anyone's ancestral links to that land or anything. So the question then arises is that very clearly that this lady is being encouraged to create trouble and tension for Mrs. Shanti Almeida. Now, given that there is a counter complaint, we are not asking police to throw it away straight away. We are saying there are certain procedures. This procedure, full investigation must take place.
Mr. Fernandez also told the media about the involvement of a corporator of the CCP in disrupting the proceedings at the Gram Sabhas.
Now this Mr. Daya Karapurkar is a co-opted member of the corporation city of Panjim. He has been there this 17th August Gram Sabha. He was there in the earlier Gram Sabha also. And this is the individual who is the ringleader of all these unruly elements. Our question is, what is someone, if you are on the corporation city of Panjim, then you have no business coming to Taligaon Gram Panchayat. Yeah, I mean, you are welcome to come to Gram Sabha. You have no business to open your mouth and disrupt proceedings.
It may be recalled that the villagers of Taligaon, under the banner of the Taligaon Bachao Abhiyan, had taken out a morcha in the village on Saturday, demanding the scrapping of the outline development plan. The villagers also expressed their discontent over the Sarpanch's decision to abruptly desert the Gram Sabha that was held on the 17th of August.
We'll spill into a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Janmashtami, the birthday of Lord Krishna, was celebrated with traditional gaiety and devotion all over the state on Sunday.
Krishna Janmashtami, that is the birthday of Lord Krishna, is observed on the 8th day of the dark half of the month of Shravan in the Hindu calendar. Lord Krishna was born at midnight and hence celebrations commemorating his birth begin at midnight. The devout observe a 24-hour fast prior to Lord Krishna's birthday, and the fast is broken at midnight. In the capital, the Gujarati Samaj celebrated Janmashtami, also known as Gokulashtami, at the Krishna temple. In a typical enactment of the birth of Lord Krishna, the Samaj members enacted the scene where Vasudev, the father of Lord Krishna, takes his little son in a basket to Gokul in order to escape the evil wrath of Kaunsa, the little child's uncle. In Margao, the United Youth Club Paji Fond organized a colourful dance as part of the Janmashtami celebrations. An all-Goa Dahi Handi competition was also held on the occasion that went on till late evening.
ब्रिज वाला गोविंदा आला रे आला जरा मटकी संभाल ब्रिज वाला अरे एक दो न तीन चार संगे 5 6 7 है वाला अरे एक दो तीन चार संग 5 6 7 है वाला गोविंदा आला रे.
The contest carried a cash prize of Rs 20,000 that was won by Siddharud Club, Savode, Kurchuri. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, also celebrated the birth of Lord Krishna at a function held at Ponda yesterday. The celebrations began with the blowing of conch shells. The devotees of the Lord were also seen bathing the idol with curds and milk. Hundreds of devotees were seen chanting bhajans in praise of the Lord on the occasion. Celebrating Lord Krishna's love for curds, the popular Dahi Handi celebrations was also observed by youth in the state. Dahi Handi, or breaking of the pot containing butter, is believed to be an enactment of the childhood pranks of Lord Krishna, who it is believed stole his favorite butter from earthen pots in his neighborhood. In the modern day reenactment celebrations, enthusiastic boys gear up to undertake the challenge of breaking a clay pot suspended high above the ground. The boys form human pyramids with the lightest amongst them climbing up to the pinnacle to break the handi filled with dahi and the prize money. Dahi Handi was observed at Bicholi with enthusiastic groups of youth forming human pyramids reaching up to break the all-elusive earthen pot filled with curds and cash. Cultural programs to mark Janmashtami were organized in Vasco too. The Three Brothers Vasco Gopal Kala Utsav Committee organized the Dahi Handi competition, which was won by the group from Mangur Hill. The Little Penguin School at Panjim also celebrated Gopal Kala to mark Lord Krishna's birthday. Students were seen dressed in the attire worn by Lord Krishna as they depicted scenes from Lord Krishna's childhood. The celebrations included dance performances and dramas. Celebrations began with the breaking of the Shrifal, followed by a procession of the little Krishnas, Radhas and other participants to the Mahalakshmi temple at Panjim, where they performed their cultural activities.